Joining me is migration agent Naghmeh Danai, herself Iranian, who helped convince the players to trust our government to protect them. Naghmeh, you've done a magnificent job. Why were these girls scared to go back home?
Hi, thank you for having me. Actually, the girls were in fear of unknown future here. They didn't know what's going to happen for them if they stay here, if they're going to be offered government support, if they're going to be given their visa, or they're going to be transferred to camps, refugee camps. So I, as a part of a team who were trying to contact them to explain everything for them, got into contact with them yesterday. I went to the hotel and explained everything to these 5 girls before they said the final yes to the department to come and start their processing their visas.
So they were scared of the unknown here. What were they scared about going back to Iran?
Well, as you know, they've been threatened for their consequences of not singing the national anthem. So, as we know, the government of Iran is very brutal. What's happening in the prisons now is just like a horror movie, like torture, any other thing which is not imaginable. So, of course, they would be in fear of their safety when they go back home. What's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to their future? Are they going to be sentenced or just kept in the prisons being tortured?
And of course, one of their teammates was shot dead in the protests in January. Now, there are reports that there are 2 other players that did not leave their hotel. Another player that we saw being dragged into the bus reportedly rang her parents back home, who pleaded with her to get on the plane. I don't know about that. I just hear that reported. Do you know anything about all that?
No, I wasn't there today. But I'm guessing what can be happening. Actually, they are not free to make the decisions for themselves. They are forced to leave. They are actually under really strict restrictions with the government officials of Iran, who are minding them all the time. So as soon as they didn't sing the national anthem, they started putting a lot of pressure on them, preventing them from talking to anyone. Even the community members who went to give them chocolates or flowers, they couldn't even talk to them. So it was very hard to communicate with them. And I'm guessing, again, one of them is trying to stay, but the other one is trying to warn them what's happening, because they have been, the government officials have been trying to warn them, if you stay, there would be very bad consequences for you. So they've been under a lot of pressure. But I've heard that 2 of them could, one at least, could manage to stay behind.
Now, the 5 women that you talked to last night, what sort of state were they in? Were they worried about repercussions to their families back in Iran?
Well, it's really hard to describe what sort of feelings they had. First of all, they had to make a decision for their lives. They came here just to play. And what happened was something that, resulted in these things happening after that, of them refusing to sing the national anthem. So after that, they felt a lot fearful. At the same time, they couldn't talk to anyone. And as you know, there is internet blackout in Iran. It's not easy to contact their families in Iran. They couldn't even contact any of the community members here, they don't know much English. And the only point of contact who knows English was the team who brought them here to Australia. So they were kind of isolated and also feared of what to do, what is best for us to do. On this side, we were trying we had a team trying to talk to them. And finally, yesterday it happened. We could go to the hotel with the help of AFP officers. We could talk to these five girls to tell them, we know that you are very concerned about your family members back home, but if you go back home, there would be more consequences for you to face. So they had some questions about their visas, what sort of entitlements they have. Do they have work rights? Do they have travel rights? How long does it take for them to get their visa? So I was trying to give them reassurance. And at some point, I was trying to translate what the Department of Home Affairs officers were explaining to them and reassuring them that this program is really good. The Department of Home Affairs is very supportive of you. The government is very supportive. They are going to finalize your visa maybe sometime tonight, and then after that, very quickly, maybe in a matter of weeks or months, you might be able to get your permanent residency as well.
Naghmeh Danai, you've done a great job. We're very pleased to have these girls stay, given the danger they face. Thank you so much indeed for your time.